everybody. Welcome back to Fire Your MD Now Radio. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. And back by popular demand, we've got Mark Denning going to be joining us right away here. I had the weirdest night ever. We had, right after the show yesterday, a friend of mine who has a bucket truck came by because we had 4 dead trees in the backyard, and any one of them, if they fell over, would have hit a power line. So we took those down, bucked them up. And then I had a really great night with my wife. We ordered pizza and watched movies, gluten-free, of course. And then I got woken up at 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife is saying, "There's somebody on the deck, Mike. There's somebody on the deck." And she was scared. So I jumped up out of bed, and in probably 3 seconds, I ran to the back door, and I was charging so hard that when I opened the back door, I ripped it off of the bottom hinges, and I found this kid sitting on one of the gravity chairs on the deck out back, singing, and not very good. And he didn't smell like alcohol or anything. Didn't seem like he was on drugs. I think this kid had mental problems. So I wasn't any more angry with this kid than I would be with a dog who had rabies, because it's not his fault. And it just really pressed on. And I mean, I got him out of there. I told him, "Look, you can't be here." I didn't phone the cops because I honestly don't think he really knew where he was. But they're all around us, people suffering with blood sugar issues, mineral deficiencies, gluten intolerances, and it's making people crazy. And it makes them do things that they wouldn't normally do. And you know what? It's normal to them. They think that the decision that they just made is normal. Like that's how anybody would act. So I got to thinking really hard. And then, this morning we were out back for about 4 hours stacking all this wood and splitting it and whatnot. And I got to thinking about the war on poverty. Ever since the war on poverty came into existence, like you can declare such a war, or the war on drugs, or the war on this or that, and it really hasn't done a damn thing for anybody. In fact, drug abuse has gone up. Alcoholism is up, especially in the province that I live in. And I'm no saint. But I've got a lot more self-control than I ever had in my life. Now, there was a time when the churches were responsible for helping the poor. All right, now, I would like to put out a challenge to the churches. Okay, and this might not be the same message for everybody, but when you are driving down the interstate and you pass a community that's absolutely gone to the dogs, you got drug abuse, you got gangs killing each other, you got starvation, you got bad mental health. Think about the story of the Good Samaritan. When you're driving down the interstate and you pass those neighborhoods on your way to a 1,000-member church that pulls in millions upon millions of dollars, think about this. You could get the church involved with longevity. And now I read a story just a little while back. In the city that I live near in Edmonton, the drug dealers were passing out free packets of cocaine. And they got busted because they left their phone number on it and they said, "If you like this, call for more." But they understood that if they could get kids to try it, that they would be back. Now, if your church could raise enough money to help poor people within the church and pay all the bills and get your own selves nutrified and healthy, you could take over these bad areas of town the same way. All you got to do is start setting up programs where you can mineralize people that are in rough shape in these neighborhoods. Go down and give them an ounce of Cherry Mints and a scoop of tangy tangerine every day. And slowly slowly watch the rates of drug abuse go down. When people are nutrified, they don't want to be running around shooting each other. When people are nutrified, they have more self-control. You would cut down on birth defects. You would cut down on the need for Planned Parenthood, as if there was a need for Planned Parenthood. You would cut down on the need for medical care that people couldn't afford. It's that easy. So I'm issuing a challenge, and you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pick somebody out. It's a small level, but I'm going to supply somebody who can't afford it with a bottle of plant-derived minerals, and it'll cost me $20. And maybe that person will avoid jail time. Maybe that person will get that extra little boost in their life to get them off the street. We have a mission, people. Dr. Wallach once said to me, "We got wars to win, Mike." And I took that very seriously. And every day, my life is getting better and better. And the reason I came into this was because my wife was in pain and hurting. And the unexpected side effects, there's that word, side effects of longevity include a better brain, a better marriage, strength, the ability to think clearly, less disease, less infection. These are beautiful things. And with that, I would like to welcome Mark Denning to our program. Mark, are you there?
I'm here, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing good. Do you agree with everything I just said there, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely, my friend.
You know,
absolutely. That one town in Texas measured the water, the minerals in the water, and had a very good lithium content. And in a medical in the allopathic realm, we give lithium to people with manic depression because they're missing that mineral or element. And there was little or no crime in the town.
Wow.
I am totally with you, brother.
Well, yeah, and look at all the money that we spend on putting fluoride in the water. If we were to take that same amount of money and just put, say, plant-derived minerals in the water supply, you would see just amazing things in the plant life, the people. You would cut down on the rates of diabetes and mental illness. And, I mean, it would be so easy to do.
Yeah, you would think so. You and I see it, and about all the warriors, we see it. Everybody in longevity sees it. We just got to help other people to see it, and we are.
Absolutely, you're right. You're right.
We're working at it.
Mark, you ready to take a call?
Man, whatever you need.
Let's do it. We're going to go to Francis in North Carolina. Wants to talk about lupus. How you doing, Francis?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Except for the lupus?
Yes, I want to ask a question because I just recently was introduced to Dr. Wallach. I saw him on TV on Benny Hinn's program, and I have just been digging like a dog at a fence to just look at all the different videos here on YouTube. And I think I understand that lupus and MS and who knows what all else, are some kind of, in the same family neighborhood. Although I was diagnosed by two rheumatologists with lupus, I had another rheumatologist here in Greensboro to tell me he doesn't think that's what it is. In any event, I want to know what is the protocol of products that I should be taking.
Okay, right off the bat, I'm just going to say, if you want to get some really great information on lupus, Dr. Peter Glidden has a full-hour webinar on how to defeat lupus. And the reason that I know this works is because a few years ago, we brought Dr. Glidden to Edmonton, the city nearest me, and we had a lady there. She was from Hungary, and her husband were very active. She was a nurse, and she had been diagnosed with lupus, and she could hardly walk. Well, Dr. Glidden gave her a protocol to follow, and she was lupus-free 100% within 6 months. Mark Denning, take over.
Thank you, brother. Listen, we're so glad that you called, first of all. So what did the other doctor say that it was? What did he think?
He said fibromyalgia.
Yeah. So anyway.
And I'm already on the Alex pack. I just last Thursday, Friday, started getting some of the products in. But as I listen, I just know that, although I'm taking the core and a couple of other things, I don't think I'm taking enough of the selenium. And I have a scheduled appointment for Duke University on the 19th of next month for a full evaluation. And I just want to saturate my body right now with everything that I possibly can, to get it in order. So I really need to know what I need to be taking.
Well, Allie, how tall are you?
5'5".
And how much do you weigh?
178.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're on one Alex pack, and what else are you taking?
I have some additional selenium, but it's
how many bottles?
I'm just taking what it says on the bottle. I think it says 3 a day or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
have you gotten off the 10 bad foods yet?
Yeah.
Or do you know what they are? Yes or no?
I have a good idea as to what they are. I mean, like I said, I've been listening. I know no fried foods, and I know that you all talk a lot about, being gluten-free.
Hold on 1 second. I want you to hang on to that thought because I hear the music, right, Mike?
Welcome back, everybody. We're live. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Now, before break there, I had a little technical glitch and my microphone wasn't broadcasting, but I got it figured out, and thanks for taking it out, Mark. Daniel in Ottawa, you just hang on right where you are. You are at the right place wanting to talk about pre-diabetic. But right now, we're going to stick with Francis in North Carolina. Now, before the break, Mark was talking to Francis about the 10 bad food list, and this is absolutely crucial. Absolutely crucial. I'm going to let you keep going with where you were at there, Mark. Go ahead.
Thank you, brother. Listen, lupus is basically an autoimmune disorder, which means your body's not handling the challenges. So, and what happens is, it's like little allergic reactions that happen in your body. Your proteins get attacked. Your body thinks it's foreign. Some people have problems with their kidneys. Lupus is really indiscriminatory once you get lupus. From a nursing standpoint, I've been a nurse for 27 years.
Pardon me. I don't, it's not confirmed. And so that's what concerns me. I've had two doctors say yes. I've had one doctor say no. I don't know what it is. I just want to ensure that I can get on a protocol of supplements that would attack. Matters not what they say, just like you have the Alex pack, that's, core to, this whole program.
Right.
So I don't want to get stuck on the fact, of saying lupus because I don't know.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But let me ask you what kind of symptoms you're having then.
Oh, my goodness. We don't have that much time.
Give us the main ones.
You have muscle aches, you have headaches.
Muscle aches. I also was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic in 2007. I have, and although I don't take any medication, I never took any insulin or anything like that. Then it was like in 2011, I did this neuropathy thing. I got weakness in my legs and my feet. My one foot turned back. I had something called drop foot. Oh, my goodness. I have just been hammered. I mean, I don't mean to be, woe is me, but,
No.
I have pain and weakness. in my feet, my upper thighs. I walk with a cane now. And, I'm bent over. My equilibrium was off. Oh,
Sure.
goodness.
You have massive mineral deficiencies.
Well, Mike, I'm gonna advise this at this point.
You go
You
ahead.
need to be off all the 10 bad foods as soon as you can. And I would suggest one Healthy Bone and Joint Pack 2.0, which is a combination of the Alex Pack, Glucogel, and CM Cream. I would add another bottle of Glucogel 240 to that so that you could take at least 18 Glucogel per day. 18
per day.
Yeah,
And what was that
6,
first
and
thing
6.
again? Healthy bone and something another.
Healthy Bone and Joint Pack 2.0. And this will complement your Alex Pack that you have right now.
Okay. Do I
And you
need
need-
to add more
you need
selenium?
2
I
per bottle?
listened to Dr. Glidden, and
Yeah.
he said something about more selenium in one of his
Right.
teachings. I'm going to
Sure.
try to get back to that archive to listen to what all he had to say. But he said 4 bottles per month of selenium, and then he
Yeah,
said
he's
something
right.
about something Z radical something, and
Z-Radical. Z-Radical is a very good product. It will help eliminate the inflammation in your body and give you some antioxidants that you need with the juice that it's contained in. Just a fantastic
Okay, so I
product.
need to
A
add
little
the
bit
Healthy
of-
Bone and Joint kit, and then I
Pack
also need to
2.0.
up the Glucogel 240.
A bottle, 240 count, another bottle.
Oh, okay, the bottle, and you said take 18 per day.
That's 18 Glucogel per day. 6, and 6.
Hang on right there. I hear the music, and that means we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to finish up with Francis in North Carolina, and we're going to jump over to Daniel in Ottawa. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Don't miss the rest of this show. Your life could depend on it. We're back live on Fire Your MD Now Radio with some very mysterious music. Henry Mancini, I believe that was Pink Panther theme. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Before the break, we were talking to Frances in North Carolina. She's got an array of things she wants to get over, and I have every confidence in the world that she can. After we're done wrapping it up with Frances, we're going to go over to Daniel in Ottawa and Betty in Maryland. Frances, are you still there?
Hello.
You still there, Francis?
Yes.
Great, we're live. So, Mark, if you want to continue on with where you were going before, we were talking about Z-Radical. We're talking about stopping inflammation. She had also mentioned that she was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes a few years back.
Now, the Fucoidan will help with that, too.
What was that?
Fucoidan will help. The Fucoidan in the Z-Radical is the brown seaweed algae in there, the ingredient.
Oh, okay.
That will help with sugar metabolism as well. We do have sweeties.
Okay, I have that
selenium-
on order.
the
It
selenium-
just hasn't come in as yet. I have that on order.
That's excellent.
So take your sweeties one before every meal, one at bedtime, and then in between your meals, you want to take 3 to 4 selenium between your meals. That also contains chromium, vanadium in it, which are cofactors for selenium to absorb well, and that will help keep the sugar spikes down in between meals. Sounds like you're having a battle with a lot of inflammation.
Yeah.
Those are great tools in the arsenal, so you can do 4 scoops of the BTT every day.
Of the what?
Of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the Alex Pack.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah,
And,
I'm thinking that.
and when that comes in, you need 4 scoops a day. You need at least 2 servings of the OsteoFX.
Yes, I have that.
At least 6 to 9 EFA Plus every day. The 18 Glucogel, which you'll totally get. The 12 Selenium. and as much G Radical as you can afford, and the 1 Sweeties before every meal. And call us back. Wait, you're supposed to go to Duke University in how many weeks?
19th of next month.
I would wait to do that. I would wait 90 days. Give this 90 days. See how you're feeling. If you still feel necessary to do that, then go ahead.
Well, I already canceled one appointment with them, so...
Hey, what's another one?
What's another one? Save your money. Save
Yeah,
your
exactly.
money.
Yeah, I agree
Let me put
100%.
Something that's more constructive. I've been a nurse for 27 years. I'm telling you to save your money.
Just, I'm just so worn out. I can't even express to you. I don't have words to express how much pain I'm in, and it's like you're just being pummeled. I mean,
Right.
from head to toe, and it's unbearable.
You know what? There's hope, Francis. If you do what being talked about here, you're going to be doing cartwheels in 90 days. You're going to feel so much better if you
You
follow
will
it.
feel a lot better. You will
Yeah.
feel a lot better. Just
Yeah.
drop
Okay.
all those 10 beds. Be confident about that. Take the nutritional supplements as I directed. I work real tight with Dr. Glidden and Dr. Wallach. And in fact, Dr. Glidden signed me up personally. So I've learned a great deal, believe me. And we've both, him, I, Dr. Wallach, we've all seen it. We've seen a lot of it. We're sick of it. We're trying
It's
to do
great when you
something
see
about it.
somebody walk out of it, though, Francis. You take that, and we want you to follow that to a T like it's your new religion. And we're going to let you go because we got other people to get to, but I want you to keep in touch with the show and let us know about your progress, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day, Francis. We're going to jump over to Daniel in Ottawa. He's been waiting a little while, and he wants to talk about pre-diabetes. How you doing, Daniel?
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Very good.
Doing
thank
well.
you.
How'd you hear about the show, Daniel?
I called before to Dr. Glidden answer. I am a distributor with the Longevity, and I just love what you guys are doing.
We do too.
We love what you're doing.
Yeah,
We love what
exactly.
you're doing.
Yeah, I love what I'm doing too. So.
Right on. So what's going on, Daniel?
Well, I have a gentleman that he's pre-diabetic, and he has low testosterone count, and joint pains, and he's very heavy too. I mean, he's very tall. He's 6'4", and he said he has a lot of muscles, but he's 430 pounds.
Whoa.
That's a big boy.
Yeah, I know he's big, and yeah. But
I don't care how much muscle you have.
me, I'm normal. I
I
don't
don't
know
care how
for
much
guys.
muscle he has. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have 400 pounds of muscle.
No, of course not. No, of course not. He's overweight, but he has a good frame, under the fat.
All right.
So this gentleman's
All right, so-
pre-diabetic?
Yes, he was
Well, of
diagnosed
course
with
he is.
diabetic, and one of his concerns is the low testosterone. He said that it's very. He wants to bring that up and back up. He has joint pains.
Yeah, no
And the
kidding.
whole body is breaking down. Yes, it's too much weight on him, and
Right.
maybe not eating well. I told him about the 10 foods.
And what did he say?
Well, he said he's going to change. He wants to change his life around. So.
He wants to
Awesome.
change.
Come to the right place.
I was only 325 pounds, but I handled it.
Wow.
So 100 pounds. So when he gets off the 10 bad foods, you want to tell him to get down to 1,500 calories per day.
Okay.
1,500 calories per day.
Okay.
He's going to drop a lot of what I call inflammatory weight or water weight right away, and that's a big boost for people. But he's going to have to identify, and you're going to have to keep him motivated. So keep your meetings going, keep bringing people together and encouraging each other with this.
Okay.
I would recommend 2 Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0 and 2 bottles of Ultimate Classic to start with, so that he's taken 2 ounces of the Ultimate Classic every day, one with breakfast, one with dinner, and 4 scoops of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 and about 64 ounces of water to 80 ounces of water every day. He will get at least, let's see, so he'll get 500 milligrams of calcium with each ounce of the Ultimate Classic. And then on top of that, he'll have 2 more servings of that, one at lunchtime and one at bedtime before he goes to bed, of the OsteoFX, whether it's going to be powder or liquid. Either way. You do it either way, whatever is good for him.
Okay.
The body trim is a great product to help suppress your appetite. I usually use it when I'm bridging lunch to dinner because it's usually a long time. And he can mix it with the BTT. That's not a problem. And that'll help keep his appetite down between then, so he can get 1 box of the body trim as well.
It tastes great, too.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to change the name of it. I already told Michelle because my buddy, I'll tell you later about it, though. But anyway, this guy's in dire straits. Should he get any more cravings after that, I recommend that you get an extra bottle of Cherry Mints for him, and that when he has a craving for something that he can sip that. But he's going to be sipping on the BTT 2.0 all day.
Okay.
So he should do fine. He should get probably 1 more bottle of EFAs, the multi-EFAs, I don't care, whatever ones he wants, EFA Plus, he can get those, whatever fits in his budget, so that he's getting at least 9 EFAs a day, 3, 3, and 3. As the weight comes off, the joint pain will go away. He'll start moving better. The more his nutrition improves, the better. We'll deal with this for 90 days, and I bet by the end of that, his testosterone will be doing fine because he's going to be eating 6 eggs a day at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he should eat about 6 eggs a day. And that's where I would start with him. That's a pretty large budget. But tell him that as he loses the weight, his budget constraints will decrease.
Exactly. I didn't understand that you said he will eat 6 what a day?
Take what?
That he will be eating 6 what
Eggs.
a day?
6 eggs a day.
6 eggs.
6 eggs
Yeah.
a day with the butter and the salt.
Lots of butter and salt.
No.
Yeah, I was telling him that, a lot of butter, fat, real fat, eggs for testosterone,
Absolutely, you got it.
Okay, great.
Daniel.
I'm learning with you guys. Yes.
Yeah, Daniel, I want you to send me an email, okay? My address is mike@teamglidden.ca. Okay? Mike@teamglidden.ca. I know another longevity distributor in the Ottawa area, and he actually went to school to be a naturopath. He doesn't have a practice right now, but his name is Mike, and he is looking for ways to build his longevity business. If you guys want to team up and work it out to bring Dr. Glidden to town and bring a bunch of people, that can be a really big boost to your longevity business right there. And it's a great way to convince people of what you're doing, because a lot of times you can give people the right information, but they'd rather hear it from somebody with doctor after their name or before their name. You know what I'm saying? So shoot me an email. That's mike@teamglidden.ca, and I want to hook you up with another guy, because a team effort always works out better, and he's real interested. He actually, this guy, he's a trained naturopath, and he was taking a zillion products a day, and I talked him into trying the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and he said that it's better than anything he had ever done before. He said it's like nutrition for dummies almost. You can't go wrong with it. And, a lot of times it sounds to people like we're telling them to take a whole load of stuff, but if you were to break down the ingredients and amounts in the just the Tangy Tangerine alone, you'd probably be spending about $1,000 a month on low-grade, poor absorbable vitamins that wouldn't even do you half the good as just the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. So send me an email, mike@teamglidden.ca. I'm going to find you a sparring partner with Youngevity, and you guys can work together and get some meetings going and bring this message to Ottawa in a bigger way. Sound good to you, Dan?
Sounds great, Mike. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, my friend. It's about forming alliances, right? You know, you can do more with other people than you can on your own.
Yep.
All right, Daniel, that worked for you?
Yes, thank you so much for everything. Have a wonderful
You bet.
day, guys.
I look forward to hearing from you, Dan. We're going to let you go. And now, Mark, we're going to jump over to Betty in Maryland. Betty, are you there? Hello, Betty.
Yes,
Go
I
ahead.
am.
Here you are. All
There you
right,
are.
Betty. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I
Great.
spoke to you the other day about a friend of mine
Yeah.
who was overweight. However,
Betty, you know what? Stop right there. I got a commercial break coming up, but I want you to start all over again on the other side. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning with Betty in Maryland. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden along with Mark Denning, a.k.a. the Commander, riding shotgun. And right before the break, we brought Betty in Maryland on the air, and we were talking to her just the other day. And correct me if I'm wrong, Betty, were you talking about varicose veins issue?
No, I wasn't. I was talking mainly about weight loss.
Okay, all right.
And as a result of speaking to the young lady today, you know, trying to tell her what she needs to take, she disclosed some of the information. She said she had just come home from her doctor, who she'd been working with for 3 years, and she's anemic. He told her today that she was copper deficient. And she said that he didn't really write a prescription for anything. He told her she could do it naturally or go to the health food store and buy the copper. And he recommended 2 milligrams of copper. And I told her that we had a product that had copper in it.
We
But I wasn't-
absolutely do. Yeah, the ultimate selenium has copper in it, and so does the plant-derived minerals.
Okay. Now, what she said, she shared some other things. She said that part of her, I think her colon was removed. She has no gallbladder, and she has no appendix. She says she has a problem digesting medication. So how can we help her with this problem?
Take it away, Mark.
Telling her something. Dad's telling her, don't take medication. Nope, ain't working.
Yeah.
Anyway, how much does she weigh?
She weighs 215.
And how tall is she?
She is about, I would say 5'7", maybe 5'8".
So she needs about an 80-pound weight loss.
Yes, she wants to lose, she told me, at least 50 to 60 pounds.
All right. So anyway, again, if you've been listening, we always promote the 10 bad foods. Get off those. And I would avoid white rice or any grains at this point for a while, for 90 days at least. I would probably be the best bet for her. Definitely a Healthy Body Digestion Pack 2.0. And then add a Healthy Body, Brain, and Heart Pack 2.0. And add to that some more secret sauce. Add 2 more bottles of selenium to the mix. As frugal as I could be, that would be the way to go for her. I would do 4 scoops of Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 every day. She will do 2 EFA Plus and 2 EFAs with every meal. she will take 1 enzyme before every meal, 2 Flora FX at night before she rests, along with 1 ounce of the Osteo FX. She'll take another ounce of Osteo, a half a scoop of the Osteo with breakfast, and 1 with dinner, and then 1 scoop at night. So she'll be taking a total of 2 scoops during the day. And then, again, the selenium, she will be taking 3 selenium between each meal. That will give her all the necessary cofactors with the copper, help control her blood sugar, make her appetite the right way, and life should be good. Dial her into 12 to 1,500 calories a day, very significantly. To get the supplements in first, of course, and off the 10 bad foods. So if you don't have all the success in the first month, by the second month, you should be able to do that. So
I hear the music, and that means we got to take a break. I hate to cut you off, Mark, but we're going to come back to Betty and Maryland. Just stay right where you are, Betty. We're going to take more calls, and we're going to address some questions I've gotten in emails after this network break. Mike and Mark filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden, back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are live. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. It is Thursday, August the 14th. Can you believe an hour's gone by already, Mark?
Man, it's sailing, brother.
Time flies when you're having fun. Let's go back over to Betty in Maryland. We're going to finish up with her for her friend. She wants weight loss. Her doctor told her she has a copper deficiency. And then we're going to jump over to Patricio in South America. Are you still there, Betty?
Yes, I am.
Great. So Mark has given you some really great advice that I can't argue with anything he just said. And we had a network break there. Did you get everything written down as he was telling you?
As a matter of fact, I was recording it so I would not miss anything he said.
You know what? That's even better. And you know what else you can do? You can go to gcnlive.com and you can download the podcast of this program so that your friend can actually listen to the conversation.
You said GCM.com?
GCN, and N is in Ned Flanders. Genesis
GCN.
Communications Network Live.com. GCNlive.com. And then if you click on show list, once you're at GCNlive.com, click show list. Scroll down to Fire Your MD now. You'll see a picture of Dr. Peter Glidden, and just click on more info, and that'll take you to the podcast page where you can download the first or second hour. And in fact, you can listen to the show going back like 2 years, I think.
Okay. I have one more thing I'd like to share with you real quickly.
Great.
I had called in on the show some time ago, spoke to Dr. Glidden, and he had asked if I ever found dressing without oil to let him know.
Oh.
And what I would like to share with everyone is I found a little shop here in Frederick, Maryland, and they do shipping, and it's called loveoliveoilvinegar.com. If you go on the website, you can check them out, and they have told me absolutely no oils are in their vinaigrette dressings, and they have over 50 varieties.
That's Love Olive Oil?
loveoliveoilvinegar.com. And they have over 50 varieties: chocolate, strawberry, raspberry, and when you go in, you can taste all these vinaigrettes, and they are absolutely delicious.
You know what? That's really great advice. You know what's funny? Just this morning, me and my wife were talking, and it's like you need a degree in chemistry to read what's in most salad dressings, and most of them are chock full of gluten. And like you mentioned, oil. So, if a person's trying to avoid oil in a bottle, and I happen to be a guy who loves his food, loveoliveoilvinegar.com. I'm going to check that out. Betty, thanks for the tip.
Okay. You're quite welcome. Pass it on to Dr. Glidden.
I absolutely will. You never know. He might be listening right now if he's not swinging a 9-iron somewhere.
Thank you so much.
Betty, you have a great day, and before we get to our next call, I've got an email or two here that I want to read, and I want to give my take, and we'll get Mark's take. This is from Anita Wasserman. Anita Wasserman writes in, every week, Mike, you're getting better and better. Okay, I just had to read that part, but here's the pertinent part. Have a few questions. How do you drink the minerals and tangerine drink all day when you are having seeds, nuts, and chocolate is so high in phytates? It is so hard to stay away from phytates when taking all the different minerals like chromium. That's the first part of it. And you know what? That's really easy. Don't take phytates when you're taking your vitamins, same as you don't eat gluten, same as you don't take oil in a bottle. It's a matter of, do you want this to work or not? Do you concur with that, Mark?
A long time ago, I had a chat with, I was sitting with Dr. Glidden at a restaurant, and we talked about this, and he got Dr. Wallach on the phone, so we had a good chat about this. If phytates are important to you and you're still struggling beyond your basic nutrition, getting rid of the 10 bad foods and taking your baseline nutrients, whichever secret sauce you need besides, then that's something to take a look at. If it's not giving you an issue, don't sweat it and just go for it. But
Fair enough.
Mike said is a very good idea too. You know, I mean, if it's not going to affect everybody. Probably it's going to affect some. That's why it was on one page in Rare Earths Forbidden Cures that Dr. Wallach addressed phytates.
All right,
We're
we're going to leave
it. If it was that important, we would put phytates in the ultimate enzymes, right?
There you go, yeah. All right, let's move along here. She also writes, Dr. Wallach says no bacon, hot dogs, turkey, ham, steak. I've been eating these things because they say no nitrates. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Yep, I agree. She also says, I add a little stevia to my tangerine, and wow, to me, so much better. Maybe some people will want to try it. Keep up the good work. It is appreciated. So there you go. Anita Wasserman likes stevia in her tangy tangerine. If you're having a hard time, you don't like the taste, which personally I don't run into too many people that don't like the tangy tangerine, but take it from Anita Wasserman. You can add a little stevia, and that will make it a little bit more palatable if you got a sweet tooth, but you don't want to eat a bunch of sugar. Now, that being out of the way, we're going to jump over to South America, and we're going to talk to Patricio. How are you doing, Patricio?
Hi, doctor. This is Patricia. How are you doing?
Patricio, I'm not a doctor. This is Mike Phillip. We're on the line with Mark Denning. He is a health practitioner. Neither one of us are doctors per se, but we are good at using these health products to help people get their health back. As far as your question goes, I'm doing great, man.
Okay. A doctor diagnosed me ankylosing spondylitis. So I had a lot of pain in my buttocks and my hips and wrists. And actually, I'm currently in a treatment with Humira, which is a biological injection from ankylosing spondylitis. So I'd like to know, what should I do? If there's any food advice, any adverse reaction if I continue with Humira and using the longevity products, and what kind of products and food should I drink?
Well, I would say that if you got off all the 10 bad foods and you took one Healthy Body Bone and Joint Pack 2.0 per 100 pounds body weight, you won't need those injections.
Yeah, my body weight is 106 pounds.
106 pounds?
Yeah.
106. So
that'll make it affordable for you.
One Healthy Body Bone and Joint Pack 2.0. Add one bottle of the Glucogel liquid. And
Glucogel
one more
liquid?
bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. And get off the 10 bad foods, man, and rock and roll. Anytime they inject that stuff, ankylosing spondylitis is a long name. That means I haven't given my body the raw materials to support good bone structure And the collagen in the glucogel is going to take care of that in a great way for you. And the calcium will help rebuild the strength in your bones, and that should open things up. Get the inflammation out of there. Get those fibrous bands out of there that are narrowing your spinal cord, and things should open up and do fine. You should do that for 90 days. 90 days.
90 days.
And then...
is there any side effects if I continue with the treatment of Humira, this biological...
How long have you been doing it? How long have you been taking it? Of course there's side effects. How long?
Do I follow with the treatment?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Rheumatologist?
It's not working, is it?
But isn't it any side effects?
He's asking if there's side
Hey,
effects
Mike,
with the
Can you spell that?
nutrients.
Can you spell the name of that for me?
Well, I'm using it for 6 months.
No.
After that,
Yeah.
I decided to stop because I felt better. And in early July, symptoms began in my buttocks, in my ribs, in my hips. So I decided again we'd go to the rheumatologist, and he said, okay, it's time to follow again with treatment for 1 year. Each 15 days, each 15 days, I use injections.
So most likely this drug is diminishing your immune system to try to get rid of the inflammation in your body instead of blocking something. Take the longevity products and support something. Support your body's ability to heal itself. So you don't have to. You can make your decision on not taking that injection anymore, because obviously it's not working because you need to take it all the time. And yeah, you don't. It's like with and I appreciate the quality of longevity products. And I get notices from the FDA all the time about drug shortages or something tainted with something or something or other. You know, hats off to Richard Redd and Steve Wallach, all those guys, for keeping us on the top, keeping it, the quality, second to none in my book. And I've been a nurse for 27 years. I've been in health for over 30. And again, I haven't seen anything that I've seen with Dr. Wallach's products. They're just amazing. So you got to make a personal decision. Make a personal decision. Give us 90 days and see what happens.
Thank you. How many? What's the amount of glucogel liquid I have to drink?
Just 1 ounce a day. Just drink an ounce a day. You're going to take 8 glucogel.
1 ounce a day.
Yeah, you're going to take 8 glucogel capsules a day and 1 ounce of the glucogel liquid. Glucogel Plus, actually. Glucogel Plus.
Okay, thank you.
Here comes the
All right,
music.
Patricio. Thank you very much for the call.
Mike.
I hear the music. That means we've got a break. We're going to let you go, Patricio. And when we get back, we're going to talk to June in New Orleans about sinus headaches. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back. We're live on Fire Your MD Now Radio. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. I think we make a pretty good team here. I'd like to mention just a couple things in longevity news before we get over to Joan in New Orleans. For the month of August, if you purchase a CEO pack, a CEO Mega pack, Longevity will give you $100 product credit. So you're actually getting over $500 worth of product when you buy that pack, and you will get a free $100 product credit as a bonus, and you can use that for whatever you want. Now, another thing I'd like to mention, Tracy and Kathy, just outside of Cincinnati, I want to let you know that on August 21st in Columbus, Ohio, you have the Health and Wealth Tour with Senior Vice Chair Marketing Director Andre Vaughn, and that is at the shops at Elm Creek 1030 Alum Creek Street, south side of the building, Columbus, Ohio, at 7 o'clock. And you guys contacted me about wanting to build your business with Longevity and get the word out there. And Andre Vaughn will be a great person to go and hear and talk with after. He'll have some great advice for you. Do you concur with that, Mark?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Great. Fair and
Absolutely.
simple. Let's go over to Joan in New Orleans. She wants to talk about sinus headaches. How you doing, Joan?
I'm doing great. How are you? I'm in
Good,
Maryland, by the way. I'm in
Maryland.
Maryland.
You're in Maryland.
Maryland.
Okay, sorry about that, Joan. I only know what the Comrex says. But so, do you have a headache right now?
Slight one. My problems with sinus headaches began when my parents moved to Maryland, and then
Okay.
I went to graduate school in Oklahoma, came back to Maryland, and then sinus headaches came back. I just came back from Dallas. Whenever I fly out of Maryland, all the sinus
They get
headaches go
better.
away. I was in Dallas, came back on the 23rd of July, and the
Yeah.
sinus headaches came back, and they have not left, the itching of the eyes. So there's something in Maryland that I'm allergic to.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
The
Maryland. I had a
environment.
doctor who told me when
Yeah.
I first came here
I love it.
and had all the
I love
problems
it.
that I needed to leave Maryland.
Yeah, well, that's the easy solution. But there's
Yeah,
an
no,
easier
it's
one,
a very
actually.
easy one. But see, sometimes
There's
it
an
gets so
easier
bad.
one. There's an easier one. There's an easier one. I've had allergies. Are you on Doc Wallach's products yet?
And not yet, and I'm about to become one of his distributors.
All right. And who contacted you?
Well, I saw him on Benny Hinn several times,
Did ya?
and I became, I'm passionate about health, period.
Good for
It's
you.
been all of my life. And so, therefore, when we saw him and my family and I, we sat down and we talked about it and we looked at it. And then we had some friends and, kept talking to us. But, we were trying to make a decision in prayer what we ought to do. And so we're pretty much certain what we're going to do as as individuals.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. Do you take any medicines right now for anything?
The only thing that the doctor told me to use, I have a prescription called Astelin, which,
Yeah.
but see, the problem is when I spray that, it doesn't go all the way up the nose. So I use air, which is what Oprah and Dr. Oz use. And as a matter of fact, that takes it away better than what a prescription does. It's just something I spray in my nose, to sort of just open it up.
Well, because you get
And
a lot
that
of
does a
mucus
better
in your.
job
You
than
get a lot of mucus.
any medication ever.
Yeah, you get a lot of mucus up there, don't you?
It gets stopped up. My nose gets stopped up, and it feels
Right.
like I have this sinus headache in my eyes. My eyes and the nose, and affects my ears periodically. So it just
Okay. Would you like me to help you with this?
sure.
All right. I need some information from you. I need to know how tall you are.
How tall?
Mm-hmm.
7 feet. I'm 5'7.5".
Well,
I was going to say, you're like an Amazon. Wow.
Thank you very much.
My cousin
Coming to
was
meet Theo
for the New York
in
Knicks, and he was
Vegas.
in that range. Not me. He was 7'1".
Yeah. How about how tall are you? I mean, you said you were 5'7".
7.5.
7
Roughly
foot.
5 feet 8
How
inches.
much do you weigh?
140 pounds.
Okay. All right. So let's improve your immune system. Let's shoot for this. Shoot for a healthy body digestion pack. All right, and this is the time of the year where people should boost up on their probiotics, okay? This is about 3 or 4 times during the year as we change seasons. So we're coming into a season change soon here. So, and we're going to go to a break, but if you stay with us, when you come back, we'll help you dial it all in.
Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We're going to tell Joan how to get on the other side of allergies, and it is so easy. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back. We are live. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden on this Thursday, August 14th. And Joan was talking about every time she gets away from Maryland, her allergies seem to get better. And, one thing occurred to me. Maybe you're allergic to the federal government.
Boom, boom, dude. Oh, man, that's going to be a
I mean,
problem.
it could be a severe BS allergy. I don't know. It seems like every time you get away from Maryland. But The commander is going to clue you in on how to beat allergies, and I just want to chime in a little bit here. I had such bad allergies my whole life that it almost killed me several times, and I have not had to take a Claritin in about 3 years since I started getting them on board. So I can tell you how to do this easily, but I'm going to let the commander take over. Go ahead, Mark.
Man, sure. Thanks, buddy. You've got the secret sauce on this one. But anyway, a couple things you can do. Always attend bad foods. Get off the wheat, rye, barley, and oats. If there's any foods that offend you, you need to eliminate those. You can do the pulse test. Or if you eat a meal and you get sniffy, a little stuffy after that, guess what? There's a food there that's offended you, that's offended your nose. Whether it was an herb or a vegetable or a particular meat or a seasoning or something, there's something there. And you need to watch for those. Those are probably the easiest ones. And as we recommend, simplify your diet. Eat your eggs in the morning. Take your supplements. Don't eat any fruit with your eggs, though. Throwing fruit and eggs together can kind of throw off your stomach acid because it's trying to digest the protein and digest the fruit. I always recommend people eat fruit in between meals. And when they say meat and potatoes, that's what they want you to eat first, the meat portion of the meal or the protein part, and then you could eat a starch so that the starch won't cause a spike in your blood sugar. A lot of times, that's even what gets me a little sniffly sometimes. But clean up your diet. Be aware of what's going on around you. What's in the air that day or something that's really bothering you. And in the meantime, we're going to clean up your gut. We're going to put you on a Healthy Body Digestion Pack 2.0. And you said you weighed how much again?
140.
140.
7 feet tall.
All right. Add a Classic 90 pack. And take 1 ounce of the Ultimate Classic with breakfast. And drink 2 scoops in 40 ounces of water throughout the rest of the day. Not late in the evening, but through the rest of the morning and afternoon up to dinner, and then stop. Take 2 EFAs with each meal. Those are the dark brown ones. And take 1 of the EFA Plus with every meal. So you're taking 3 EFAs. Add to that 1 of the digestive enzymes in the Healthy Body Digestion Pack. 1 before every meal. And 2 of the Flora FX at night. And order an extra box of Root Beer Belly, and take an extra small packet of that during the day. That will increase your good flora and help your immune system. For those instant outbreaks, though, colloidal silver works really good. You get a nasal spray bottle, you tilt your head back, and you spray it every 3 hours while you're awake. That will help decrease inflammation and help you breathe easier as well. I've had experience, and you can ask Dr. Glidden about it if you ever get a chance to talk to him. I took some CM cream, and I put a little dot on my finger, and I touched it to each cheek, not to get it in my eyes, and I just gently rubbed it in. It stung a little at first. I'll tell you, within 30 seconds, my nose was clear. And when I showed that to Dr. Glidden at the convention, because he was all sniffled up from going from the Midwest to out west where it was drier, he had the same situation. And he was like, wow, dude, give me that jar. He's like, he smeared his face with it. And he didn't get in his eyes. And he's like, thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. I told Dr. Wallach that. And he's like, that's a pretty cool idea. I've really never seen anything like that before. But you know what? It's one team. So you could use the CM cream, colloidal silver in your nose. You could also use, try that for 90 days. Let us know how you're doing in about 3 to 4 weeks after starting on your program, and we'll dial it up as we see fit after that. How's that sound?
You know what I'd like to add to that, Joan? When what really for me, what immediately killed allergies and stuffed up nose, I started taking like 5 EFAs 3 times a day. I upped it to about 15 a day, and it was like, it was better than a Clarin or anything. Like, if you take a large load of the EFA plus at any given time, your allergies, I find for me, are gone within like an hour. They're gone, and you breathe so good. You didn't know oxygen tasted so good. You know what I mean? I had asthma, I had allergies, and yeah, like, I'm talking 5 EFAs, and immediately you're just opened right up and you can breathe great.
But she's going to take 9 a day, and that's a great start.
Yep, that's a good start. You betcha.
9 per day.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 of the brown ones from the Classic 90 pack, and with each meal, and 1 EFA plus from the Healthy Body Digestion pack.
Okay.
All right, now you got a place to start, Joan.
Okay.
All right, Joan. Take good care.
Keep in touch with the show, Joan. Let us know how you're doing. There's other people out there that want to know if this thing works. Yeah, we want to hear from you.
If you have issues signing up, please call the number here, and we'll get somebody to take care of you.
Yeah, if you have a hard time signing up also, you can contact me, Mike at teamglidden.ca, and I'll definitely help you out with that. That's Mike at teamglidden.ca. All right, Joan, we're going to let you go, and we're going to jump over to Terry in Virginia. Terry wants to talk about high blood pressure. How you doing, Terry?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so glad you called. What's on your mind?
Evidently, I've gotten confused about, I've switched to this On-the-Go Healthy Start pack, and I've been off of the Tangy Tangerine for about a week now. And this Healthy Start pack here, it has a calcium and magnesium capsule in with the other supplements. That, you know, and plus I was taking the Cal-Toddy about 2 or 3 times a day, and the liquid Osteo FX 2 tablespoons at night before bed. So I thought, well, okay, I'm on the liquid, so I'm going to go off of the capsules. But it's not working out. I've been storing the capsules back out of the packs, and my blood pressure's been high today. It was 160/90 at 5:30, 140/90 at 2:20. I've got a terrible headache. I've had some excruciating pain directly under my left breast. I don't know what was going on there earlier. But
is it still there?
No, it's gone. It only lasted like about 2 minutes. I couldn't walk. I had to like come back in here and sit down.
Do you have any Cal-Toddy in the house, Terry?
Yeah, I have some Cal-Toddy. And Osteo.
How tall are you?
5 foot.
And how much do you weigh?
160.
160 pounds. So we need to get you to lose 50 pounds.
Yeah. And I'm still waiting on my longevity order. I canceled out the On-the-Go Healthy Start pack because it was on back order and I needed the supplements. So I had them send me a bottle of the Ultimate Dailies.
Okay. All right. So here's the
now, you know, my question is, do I need Tangy Tangerine or Ultimate Dailies for my high blood pressure?
You need both.
I need both.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, both.
Oh, wow.
There's one, the Beyond Tangerine only has, is it the 2.0 or the regular?
The 2.0. It's the 2.0.
All right, so there's only 120 milligrams of calcium in the BTT 2.0. In the Ultimate Daily Caps, one of the big contenders, and you've hit it on the head, is the calcium. You'll get 1,200 milligrams of calcium in 6 Ultimate Daily Caps.
Okay, so I've had a drastic drop in something.
My recommendation to you is at least 3 scoops of Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0 every day. Spread them out. And I would go take an ounce of Cal-Toddy right now. Anytime you get a headache or vision problems or any pain in your chest, this is the only time I really dip in and say, go to the emergency room and get checked out. Let them get your blood pressure down, and then redial in your supplements and get some advice from like Dr. Glidden, Dr. Wallach, myself. I'm pretty free. If you're not on the Wellness Warriors, that's a good place to be on Facebook. On Facebook, Wellness Warriors with the Z, WARRIORZ. That's my people. That's Youngevity people. That's our people, and they're going to step in and help you. But anytime you have a headache, anytime you have any kind of nausea, intractable pain, especially pain in your chest, you need to get checked out and make sure there's nothing acutely wrong with you. Get out of the hospital as soon as you can, and then we can help direct you into a course of supplementation that will help resolve your issues in a great way.
Now, I don't have a way to the hospital.
It's called 911.
Ambulance. Yeah, but
what?
Well, I've been over there in the past in that ambulance, and then I pay heck getting home. You know, I have to take a cab, and then I don't have the money. And
you know what, Terry?
What?
You know what? I'd just like to chime in here. I've seen blood pressure so bad that it went from, and with Youngevity products specifically, double the OsteoFX, or in your case, I guess Cal-Toddy, but especially with the Ultimate Daily, I've seen stage 1 hypertension to normal in 4 days. 4 days.
The other thing you can do too is to knock it down a little bit. If you have a juicer at home, take a quarter cup of celery and juice it, and drink it right away.
I do have that. A quarter of a cup of celery.
Quarter pound of celery with every meal. That will help until things get dialed in for you. But again, definitely 3 scoops of Beyond Tangy Tangerine 2.0. You should be on 2 EFA plus breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 2 Ultimate Daily caps, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would take at least 1 tablespoon of Cal-Toddy with every meal, and then 1 ounce at bedtime before you go to bed.
In other words, I wouldn't worry
about the CalMag or whatever. I don't know what pack you were getting, the on-the-go packs, right?
Yeah,
that lacks a lot of nutrients. Whatever's affordable for you, though, is important too. So.
Finances are important. I hear the music. That means we've got to go to a break. Terry, do we need to hold you over, or do you have the information you need?
Yeah, I'll just keep playing around with it, and I'll go try to borrow me some money tomorrow at the Fast Cash Place.
Keep in touch with the show and do what you need to do. Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. We're live. Oye, como va? Thursday, August 14th, Mike Phillip and Mark Denning filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. And we have one very short segment left in this show. I can't believe how fast the time went by. And I would just like to thank Mark Denning for joining me. And we really appreciate you, Mr. Denning. You've done a lot of good in a lot of people's lives, including your own. And I remember listening to you on this show a long time ago when I was laying underneath a truck, working like crazy and just wondering how to get my own health back and the health of my wife. And I can't thank you enough, Mark. You actually impacted my life before I ever even had any contact with you.
That's how it works, buddy. You know, it's very important, like we talked about early on with a lot of the folks here. You need to stay together as a team. This is not something for you guys to do alone. There's so much information out there and so much influence by so many different organizations. And it's just the same with Youngevity, me at least, and my family. One, amazing. And from what I've seen, you know, for me to go every day in the, not every day in the ambulance, but most days, where things have gone wrong and to know where they can be done better, less invasively. And it saddens me to see it, but it makes me smarter, the fact to know what would I give this guy, what would I give this lady. And I don't discuss it with them because it's conflict of interest, but you know, it makes you think. Dial in your own health. you're all compassionate. Everybody in Youngevity is compassionate. There's no doubt about that. I've been to 4 conventions now, and hopefully I'll see you guys in Las Vegas in September. And stick with those people. Stick with the warriors. Get on Facebook. Wellness Warriors, WARIORZ on Facebook. Ask to join. We'll let you in. We are over 2,200 members strong. We got 100 people in the last 2 days, Mike.
Awesome.
And, the Beyond Organics people are coming. The Soul Purpose people are coming. The Heritage Makers. We are ready for you. We're going to help you gain more knowledge. And the other way to do it is, of course, become one of Dr. Glenn's insiders. It's $20 a month. That's outside of spending money on your supplements. That's the best health insurance you can get. Because if you're going to get health insurance, you're betting you're going to get sick. You're betting you're going to get sick. Don't bet you're going to get sick. Get on Youngevity. Seek some advice. If you have any issues, it's better to start something. Just start out with the Healthy Body Pack 2.0 and seek advice from somebody when you get an opportunity, because your life is going to change no matter what, in accordance with getting off the 10 bad foods, of course.
Absolutely.
Mike, it's just been a treat to be with you. We had some requests on Facebook. I've been dialing it while we've been talking. And Miss Morgan says, you guys should keep doing this. I'm going to be around. I'm not going to give it up. I'll spend time with Mike where I can. But he had some major shoes to fill, and he did an awesome job, and I was just glad to be a part of it. And,
I appreciate that. Hey, there's something I want to bring up to you. Do you remember, Mark, the Lethal Weapon movies?
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm getting too old for this, Riggs, right? Danny Glover?
But not now. Now.
Exactly. Danny Glover is on board with Youngevity. Danny Glover is looking to fight diabetes and obesity. So, we just got to get Mel Gibson now, and we've got a lethal weapon.
Glucogel, dude. We got to get Mel on some Glucogel after all those shoulder injuries. Every time he dislocate.
Yeah, that's right. All right. It's been a great show. Appreciate being with it, everybody. Tomorrow, as something different on the show, I actually have a recording artist, country singer, coming in studio, and just for a Friday treat, I'm going to have a little bit of live music for you. First time on the Fire Your MD Now radio show. Big thanks to Mark Denning, Mike Phillips signing off. God bless America, God bless Canada, and God bless you.